300 hours WR450, let's get busy. Hey, what's up guys, Rado here, and we are finally working on our 2015 WR Yamaha 450. It wouldn't be a frame map restoration if we wouldn't replace all the bearings. So I'm installing now the steering stem races, bearing races, and it's much easier on these aluminum frames because you can heat it up way more than those that are powder coated. There is nothing that you will burn on these aluminum frames. And we have the steering races sitting in the freezer. You can see it was super easy to install everything. Using old school method here to put the grease in the bearings, and all the bearings on this bike were installed by Jay Clark from Dirt Bike TV. He has this very cool arbor press that we used and install every single bearing on this bike. So as you can see, we are doing here just the old school, you know, pressing, pushing the grease into the bearing. I'm not really greasing the stem itself, that's just a byproduct of trying to push the grease inside in the bearing. And then another old school way, you just put grease in the palm of your hand and grab the top steering stem bearing and use the lip and one by one push the grease inside. I spent some time, but at the end everything was nicely packed and good to go. This is always, you know, the beginning of the build when you grease everything and you start putting this first parts on your frame, and it really start feeling like something is happening and things are coming together. Like, it took a long time to get to this point because we had to clean, hydroblast, Cerakote, zinc plate, and do all kinds of different things to every single part that we are using now. But at this point we are all done. You see all the bolts are nice and shiny nickel plating from spec bolts, and what I had to use stock, I got that zinc plating. So everything is real nice. So you see the triple clamp we are using, it's a stack triple clamp that we got hydroblasted and Cerakoted by Cenometal Finishing. Works connection blue anodized piece here on the top, and everything's coming together real nice. We got our forks done by Racetech. They went through everything, they rebuilt everything inside, so I think they will feel really good. This is a great KYB suspension that is on these stock Yamahas. And we also did the treatment, the hard anodizing treatment. Everything looks really good, black, hard anodizing. And also that's why I used that screwdriver in the back, because sliding those brand new anodized forks through the triple clamp, I was a little bit worried that I will scratch them. That's why I did a screwdriver in the back. it's easier to just slide them through and then use your 10mm, tighten everything up, and we are good to go. Now this little piece is for our Scott steering stabilizer. This is again a thing that I never had on a dirt bike before. This is going to be my first dirt bike with a steering stabilizer, and since this is going to be a desert bike, I might be going faster than what I would do on the single track bike. So this bike already came with this Scott steering stabilizer, so I decided to keep it and see how everything runs together once we have this bike done. Now BRP mount, the special mount that has been made for this steering stabilizer from Scott. This comes in a package, and again, it was on the bike before. I just rebuilt everything, got in touch with BRP. Jay from Dirt Bike TV helped me out, and we got in touch with them and got all the new parts, and also the steering stabilizer from Scott was rebuilt as well. Now ODI bars, that's what we usually use. This is a Champ, ODI Champ. That's the band that I like. That's the band that feels good for me. Yes, it is a little bit taller. The BRP mount with a steering stabilizer is a little bit taller, but I had it like that before. I rode the bike before I took it apart, and it still felt pretty good, so I didn't want to go for the lower band. There wasn't a lot of options for this bike for the chain guide, and this one looked kind of cool. I like that it comes from like few different parts. Again, using a spec bolts, shiny bolts there, and putting everything together. Things looks pretty good, and also has a replaceable parts inside. So once you wear it out, you can just get new rubber from Rocky Mountain ATV, and it should be good to go. Just as we did with the swing arm, we are also greasing our linkage. Everything was rebuilt, new bearings from ProX, pressed them at the Dirt Bike TV shop with this big press, and just now finishing everything, putting the grease in, making sure that we would be good to go here. Take your time when you're greasing these things. Make sure that you can feel those needles. There is a needle bearing, and you want to kind of push it around and make sure that the grease gets inside. Task, hydraulic stand, it's pretty good if you can kind of pump it up and you're working on something. You don't have to be always bend over and work like that. So finally I have this stand. This is my dirt bike build, maybe number 7 or 8, and this is the first time I'm using this stand, and things are easier when you work like that. So for the record, I do have a torque wrench and I'm going to use it. I don't use it every single time when I build these things. I'm gonna use it at the end once the bike is all done. Then I'm gonna go around and make sure that everything that is important is in the specs. This piece is for the brake line. I just got it brand new from Yamaha. When you're doing these rebuilds, you know, these kind of plastic pieces are not expensive. It's either easy to buy. They're like $7 or $8 a piece. It's always a good idea to buy these pieces brand new. Now we have brakes all nice and clean, hydroblasted, work connection pieces on them, and the Golfer brake line that are also in a dark blue anodized color. People ask me about the wheels, why I use old wheels first, and the reason is that, you know, once I finish this bike, I want to be able to ride it and break it in before everything is done, before everything is finished, before I can take all the pictures and do the reveal video, right? So for the reveal video and all the pictures, of course, I'm gonna have brand new wheels on the bike, but for this first stage, for the break-in period, I always use old wheels, and only after everything is done 100%, then I go and install brand new set of wheels. So we're actually going to be rebuilding these stock wheels with new rims, new brake rotors. We're gonna hydroblast and Cerakote the hubs. It will look really good. Alright guys, and last thing today will be to install this stock headlight and a mask. It's gonna look absolutely amazing, right? I'll put it here. Now check it out. It looks great, right? Now I'm just kidding, this is going to trash. Now check this out. This is my new headlight. This is from 2023 model, and I have a LED headlight. This is $70 headlight from Amazon. I'll put link below in the description. I have the same headlight on my KTM and it works really good. So this is 70 bucks, and I bought a brand new OEM from 2022, and it fits right in. Check this out. It looks absolutely amazing. Look, this brake line tucks in nicely. It's all, you know, covered here. This thing is so much more compact than this old one. This was like super tall, wide, and kind of funky shape. It was okay in 2015, but not today. This looks 100 times better together with the OEM 2023 front fender. I just love the look. Alright guys, so here we go. This is how far we got today, and I think it's looking really good. I'm really stoked looking at everything. Now, one thing I have to confess is that originally I wanted to do black and white WR450. I was thinking, nah, I'm not gonna use blue color on this build. But since I bought that mask for the headlight in the blue color, because that's what they had, and I look at it and I just fell in love with this blue color, and I fell in love with how it contrasts with the black and the Cerakoting on the bike. So I decided to do, Yamaha blue and do as much as possible in the blue color. So we will be getting all the plastics that we can get in a blue color. Everything else will be white. And our graphics will definitely be blue, white, and a little bit of black. So this is definitely going to be a Yamaha. Alright guys, so that's about it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the build so far. Let me know below in the comments your feedback. And don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.